Hi, welcome back to Healthy Living. We are going to talk more about our Breast Cancer Awareness Month event, St. Tammany United in Breast Health, The Power of Pink. So my last guest is Anne Pablovich. She is our Director of Community Engagement. So Anne, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So community engagement, first of all, let's tell our viewers who don't know you a little bit about yourself and what you do for the health system.
So I am Director of Community Engagement, and that means I am out and about in the community working with our employers, working just in tandem with a lot of our nonprofits, being where all of our residents are when they're out at work or at play.
Okay, and particularly during the month of October and really all through the fall, your team is very, very busy.
It is our high season, as they call it.
It is your high season. So can you tell our viewers, how can they find the Be Well bus? First of all, let's talk about the Be Well bus real quick.
Okay.
Because the Be Well bus, if you haven't seen it in the area, you're not looking because it's driving down the street. It's huge. It says it on the side, but you've probably seen it out and about in the community. And if you wonder about what it does and what it is, I want you to kind of give a brief little rundown of what the Be Well bus is and what it does.
So the bus is a 40-foot mobile health unit. We have 3D screening mammogram capability on the bus, which is it's identical to the equipment that we have at our women's pavilion. I think we talked about that earlier in the segment. So very, very top of the line, state-of-the-art equipment, great quality mammograms. But we can do a little bit more, so we're not limited to just doing breast cancer screenings. We have a clinic exam room on the bus, so we can do well visits. We can do skin cancer screenings. We can do blood pressure screenings, glucose screenings. We really have made this a multifaceted vehicle so that we can accommodate a large variety of health screenings and educational topics.
Right, and so during the month of October, particularly, how can someone find the Be Well bus? Because this is the month where we really ramp up the mammogram screenings events, right?
So you can search us at bewellbus.health. That gives a list of all of our public events. Just know if there's not an event on there, that doesn't mean that the bus isn't out in service. It just is at a private event or with an employer where we're just serving those employees. And so we're pretty busy this month.
Yeah, and you can make an appointment, right?
Absolutely.
And you kind of prefer that sometimes,
we
don't you?
prefer appointments just so that we know, we can kind of set the cadence for the day. Folks can call our women's pavilion at 985-773-1500 and schedule their mammogram. They don't need an order here in the state of Louisiana, which is great. We're trying to improve access for anyone. But we do ask that you have a physician that we can send your results to. So if there is something that needs an additional look, we have someone to contact to request that diagnostic mammogram.
Okay, so Kathleen talked a little bit about part of the fundraising from St. Tammany United and Breast Health Power Pink goes towards mammogram screenings for people who cannot afford to do them, or maybe they don't have insurance. So talk a little bit about that.
It is such a wonderful program, and we're so fortunate for the support of our sheriff, Randy Smith, and his entire team that really do a great job of getting the word out and coming out to events to support this campaign all month long. But they fund uninsured women to have their high quality mammograms right here in our community, and that's just such a blessing that folks don't have to worry about that out-of-pocket expense.
Right.
Times are tough and money's tight, and we want to be able to ensure that they're getting high-quality care at no expense to their own family.
Yeah. Is there anywhere that the bus goes throughout the year on a regular basis, say a clinic or anything like that?
Absolutely. So we're at all of our clinic locations throughout the year. We go to Folsom, Madisonville, our new North Covington clinic, and we're out there on a weekly rotation. So we really want to make it as convenient and easy as possible for everyone to have access to this quality care. So whether you live in Madisonville and you work in Covington or whatever your personal situation is, check that schedule, bewellbus.health, and see where the bus will be. There's got to be a convenient location near you.
Yeah, and I just want to speak to getting a mammogram on the bus. I had a mammogram on the bus. Easy.
It's so easy.
Easy peasy, very cozy, exactly the same. In and out, you're done.
It is an extension of our women's pavilion, so that same quality standard of care that we have there, it's the same techs that work in the women's pavilion that come to the bus. So it really is the the best of both worlds. You're getting that excellent quality, but also convenience, and you don't have to travel or get in traffic and drive into the Women's Pavilion or our Mandeville Diagnostics Center.
Exactly. In fact, it was in the parking lot of St. Tammany Parish Hospital, and I just was like, okay, I'm due, it's there, I'm here for something else, and I just popped in and did it. It was very easy.
So we've had a number of women that have been diagnosed with findings and diagnosed with cancer because they happen to be in the right place at the right time. They saw the bus, they said, oh, I'm due for my mammogram, or I haven't had one in a while. I should probably do that today.
Yeah.
And I like to call those God winks because it's, nothing's by coincidence. It was, you were meant to have that experience and get that early detection opportunity.
Right, and there's no prep for a mammogram.
No.
You walk in, they can do it.
And it's very easy. It's very quick. It's not, there's a stigma and a fear around mammograms that it's going to hurt and it's going to be terribly uncomfortable. And it's not a big deal. I've had mine, and it's so overhyped.
Yeah, there is a level of discomfort, but it's not not a scary
worth the
thing.
peace of mind.
Sometimes the dentist could be worse. No offense to dentists, but
I've had much worse appointments.
So do it. So let's just focus on the Be Well bus for a moment.
Yeah.
We touched on why it's important, but why is it important for the Be Well bus? Why is that bus important to this community?
Because it goes out to where the people are, and we're bringing access to folks either at the farmer's market, at work. We're reducing barriers so that people don't have an excuse to not get the care that they need.
Yeah.
Early detection and prevention is so critical in healthcare, and it's just another avenue of how we try to make that possible and make it as easy as possible to get that care.
So if I am an employer, or if I'm, stirring up an event for the community, how do I get the Be Well bus to come to me?
You can reach out to us, go to bewellbus.health. You can click through, all of my contact information is there. Reach out, schedule the bus. It does not cost employers anything. It does not cost a community organization anything to have the bus on site. It's just, whether we're scheduled and we have availability, we work to accommodate our techs to get them on the bus to provide these screenings. And again, if you don't have a female-dominated population, we have lots of other health topics that we can present, other screenings that we can offer to make it relevant for your audience or your employees.
Yeah. So tell people again, particularly during the month of October, since that's what we're talking about, but anytime during the year, how do you find those events about where you're going to be out and about?
Bewellbus.health.
Okay. And you can also go to sttammany.health and scroll all the way down. We have a calendar, and those events are populated on there. And then particularly for the month of October, you can go to sttammanyunited.org, click on the Power of Pink campaign, and that should be on there as well. We have talked about some of the things you've seen on that Sheriff's Tahoe wrap before, like some of the messages. So what would you say to someone who's like, how do I get involved? How do I contribute? That's really a fun way to do it.
It is, and it's so easy. They joke it's the only time you can deface, public property or your sheriff's property for a good cause. And the messages, the inspirational quotes, the dedications are what I find very touching. It's there's a lot of in honor of or in memory of messages that are on the Tahoe, and so it's always nice to go around and read those and know that everyone's been touched by cancer, particularly breast cancer. It's so prevalent in our community, in our state, in our country, and so you're not alone. If you're going through that journey, we have resources, we have support groups, and lots to support you through that process. But it's always touching to see those dedications.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
I think we've covered it. Just go check out that schedule. We've got a lot of opportunities, and it doesn't end in October. We offer free mammograms year-round through the support of our foundation and really the work that's driven during the month of October. They support year-round mammograms, and we're hitting record numbers of folks that have taken advantage of the free option this year. So we're excited to continue to offer it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank all of you for watching. We will see you next time on Healthy Living.